Welcome to the Irresistible Marketing Pod, the podcast that wants you to stop undercharging and overworking. I'm your host, Isa Gauchi, your marketing confidence cheerleader and owner of the Isa Messaging digital marketing agency. Today, I will be sharing an unconventional yet simple and wildly effective method to help solopreneurs and small teams know when it's time to raise their prices. So let's get into it. First of all, y'all know I've struggled with pricing. I've shared all about this several times on this podcast, and I'm going to be real with you. You'd laugh if I told you the original prices for my marketing services. Like, for real. I was actually out in these streets selling custom marketing plans, which is a highly researched, incredibly individually tailored to your brand service that takes me 22 plus hours to craft and hone, even with the benefit of my decade plus of experience and expertise. And I sold all of that for like $375. That was it when I first opened my business. And despite that being a ridiculous price for this service, I would literally have panic attacks or cry when coach after coach would tell me to add a zero or quadruple my prices after I had just done a ton of emotional work to raise my prices even just a tiny bit. And I apologize for the scuffling in the background. My puppy is glaring at me to take him to the dog park. But anyway, sadly, my experience is really not unique. For so many wildly talented humans venturing into business for themselves after a lifetime of corporate systems devaluing their work, pricing is a whole can of worms, particularly for folks who have been told by society, in the form of stark gender and racial pay gaps which persist to this day, that their work is literally worth less than the work of others. So first and foremost, if pricing feels emotional and scary for you, please, please, please be so kind to yourself and be patient with yourself, because you are coming face to face with the extent of the exploitation you were forced to internalize and adapt to. And now you're having to painstakingly deprogram that very conditioning that runs scar tissue deep. You're healing through the revolution of your business and bravely choosing a new adaptation, a new orientation in the world, which takes so much strength and so much courage. And it usually takes quite a bit of time because your nervous system will need lots and lots of soothing as you edge out into unfamiliar new territory. So, let's talk some unconventional pricing tips where we don't turn to external market validation or look at what your peers are charging or even take what your coach says you should charge at face value. Because the value of work is always and has always been subjective, and you are your own most important subject. So the good news is that your own energy is actually an excellent barometer for when you've set your prices correctly for this particular moment in time in your life and at this stage of your business. Because remember, prices can always change and you can always change them. So here are 2 simple questions to ask yourself to allow your energy to let you know whether or not you need to raise your prices right now. First question. If you were to sell your offer today, how do you feel about the prospect of delivering on that offer? You know you've priced appropriately if the answer to this question is something along the lines of, yes, amazing, I cannot wait to get started. But if you make that sale and you feel immediately depleted, drained, and or exhausted at the thought of fulfilling it, baby, your price is too low. I like to think of pricing as an energetic exchange. The investment needs to be enough for you to deliver exuberantly on the offer, which means you need to be being given enough energy to support the energy you're putting out to deliver on that offer. All right, second question. How many would you have to sell in a month? In a year? So for this one, we do have to do some math, so it makes it a little less simple. So we need to know roughly how much money you need to make in a month. not just to pay all of your bills, but also to have the kind of fun you want to have. Also to set aside the savings and investments you need to feel safe and secure. And also enough to stash a bit away for your annual expenses and rainy days and anything that might come up. Also, please don't forget to factor in your business expenses and taxes. Got that number? Okay. Round it up generously. Throw on some buffer. Okay, now you've got your number. So, how many offers would you need to sell a month to meet this number? If you have multiple offers, figure out what percentage of your income you want to come from this particular offer, and then same question. How many would you need to sell to make your number? And are you still psyched to deliver? Will you still be able to take sick days and holidays and vacations? How is your energy now when you picture delivering on all of those offers? And again, if you're starting to feel depleted at the thought, your price is too low, my love. So, if that's you right now, what is the number of offers you would like to deliver on in a month that brings you a sense of spaciousness and ease when you think of, oh, maybe I only have to do 2 of that service a month, or I don't know, I'm just pulling that out of thin air. How many would you like to deliver in a month? All right, so how much do you need to raise the price so you can make your monthly target income without having to burn yourself out on the delivery end? Okay, and there you have it. Your energy just let you know the price. So, before you write this pricing method off as woo-woo nonsense, and I am woo-woo, but here are the practical reasons why I think this is the most effective pricing method for solopreneurs and small teams. When you're not burnt out on delivering on too many offers just to scrape by financially, you can actually provide much more attentive, high-quality, nurturing customer service. And with better customer service, you're so much more likely to score glowing testimonials, repeat customers, and referrals from your already happy customers who are telling all their friends and families and acquaintances about you. And with more positive customer feedback, you'll be so much more confident when marketing and telling more people about how awesome your offer is. Not to mention, you'll also have more time and budget for marketing with all those extra sales you're making. And sometimes, just so you know, customers are actually suspicious of too good to be true pricing. Do you remember that marketing plan I was telling you about at the beginning when it was just $375? I actually sold more of those when I added a 0 to that price. When I added a 0 to that price, I sold more marketing plans than when it was $375. So at 10 times the original price, I sold more of them. So pricing appropriately for the value that you are providing, plus all that social proof from all those customer reviews, will go such a long way toward building trust with new customers. And with more spaciousness and ease in your business, you'll have much more time for work-life balance, not to mention big picture strategizing, which will contribute to leading to faster and healthier growth for your business. So, mic drop. Just kidding, but not really. Anyhow, that's it. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. I hope that you found it helpful, validating, and inspiring. And if this episode gave you any breakthroughs, made you unclench your jaw or your butt cheeks, please post about it and tag me at Marketing Confidence Cheerleader on Instagram. To learn more about how to keep up with me and work with me, you'll find all of my links in the show notes for this episode. And just so you know, Season of Support, my signature one-on-one Marketing Confidence Cheerleading program, is on sale for 25% off through tomorrow, Tuesday, June 13th. Just hop on the link in the show notes for more info. And I still have 3 spots left for Pay What You Can cheerleading sessions with me. These are 1-hour one-on-one sessions with me where we will vanquish your marketing demons together so you can go get those giant dreams of yours. These are normally $2.99 each, but since I would love to be able to share a few sessions on this here podcast, so this whole audience of the Irresistible Marketing Pod can see the magic that goes on in marketing confidence cheerleading, I am offering 3 spots in exchange for a pay-what-you-can fee and permission to record and use the session in my marketing. This is a first-come, first-served offer, so while you can pay whatever you want, you do have to make a payment to claim your spot. Info for that is also in the show notes, so hurry up before they're all claimed, and otherwise, let me know if you try out this new pricing method, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay, love you, bye.